How's it going, folks? It's Super Mr. O'Neill here. It is now 2014. Well, it's been 2014 for like a month now. And I was going to do this video a while ago, and I did one, but I didn't like how it turned out, so now I'm doing a new one. I'm just showing off a lot of trade paperbacks and graphic novels that I've been reading. Most of them, pretty much all of them, yeah, I got for Christmas, or like Christmas-related purchases, and so I've got a lot, as you can see. So let's go through them. And by the way, my apologies that I sound all groggly and shit because I'm pretty fucking hungover. Going out to bars with your friends does that. Alright, so first up, we've got from Fabio Moon and Gabriel Ba, Daytripper, published by Vertigo. This is a 10, I think it's 10 issues. Bear with me. Yeah, 10. This is 10 issues, published by Vertigo in like 2009, 2010. And a lot of people loved it. It won a lot of awards. Well, it won the Eisner, and I have to say this was a fantastic read. It's just a really good story about life, and you know, how you shouldn't let life pass you by, and how you should more or less like live every day like it's your last. And the fact that Fabio Moon and Gabriel Ba, they're twins, and they're both from Brazil, and they set it in Brazil. I think it was Sao Paulo. They set it in, and you know, even like it gives it that cultural flair that interests you, and like I can't think of any other comics that were set in Brazil that like had this type of story, especially the fact that anytime you see any type of story set in Brazil, it's always like seeing the slums and like the gangs and all that shit, and so it's nice to see something that's more of a humanistic kind of story and that. So yeah, Daytripper is just fantastic. The artwork is beautiful. Honestly, it's a great book, and I highly recommend it. They're putting out a nice deluxe hardcover, and I think it's either this month or March. I can't remember. Excuse me. So I recommend checking that out. I only got the regular trade paperback because I didn't really want to wait. I just wanted to read it. So next we have from Cameron Stewart's SimtoTulo. This is a webcomic that was that's now being published in a nice little horizontal hardcover here by Dark Horse. You could go on the internet and read this. Well, you could pretty much do that with any book. I mean, you know, torrents. But this was up on the net for free first, and as I said, yeah, now Dark Horse is putting out this nice little hardcover of it, and this is one of the best things I've ever read, like, of everything. This was just such a great book. It's basically like a psychological noir kind of thing. If you really like David Lynch, you'd really dig this. Excuse me. It's about this guy named Alex, and his grandfather recently died, but he died like a month ago, and he's just finding out about it, and he's like, the hell, why didn't anyone tell me? And he finds a photograph of him, of his grandfather smiling with a lady, and that's very weird because his grandfather was a very depressed, very self-loathing person, and so he's trying to find out who this lady was, and it spirals out into this really weird mystery, and like it seems like something that would be like a really creepy thing, and it is at points, But at the end of the day, it has a really good message about art and about artists and again about life. I mean, that's kind of a theme with books that I dig. And but yeah, SimtoTulo is just fantastic. I mean, even if you don't want to shell out the money for the hardcover, which it's not expensive. I mean, Canadian, it's $21.99, so that's not bad. Yeah, even if you don't want to pick up the hardcover, you know, read it online for free. The website, the official website for this is still up. It has the entire book and all of its entirety. So go read it there, and if you like it, then hey, by all means, buy the book. Because Cameron Stewart is fantastic. His artwork is great. This is just a really good book, and I highly recommend it. Okay, next we have Godzilla: The Half-Century War by James Stokoe, published by IDW. This was like a five issue miniseries done through IDW. Stokoe, I first saw his work around the internet and like with wonton soup and stuff, and then I bought the trade, the first Orc-Stain trade, which there's going to be new Orc-Stain soon. And I can't wait for that. And I was hooked ever since. I was like, fuck, I gotta buy everything with this guy's name on it because his artwork is just incredible. And I was never really a Godzilla fan growing up. I never watched the old Studio Toho movies. And the only bit of Godzilla that I know of is the shitty American movie with Matthew Broderick. Hopefully they get it right this time with the new film. I mean, they have Bryan Cranston, so how can they go wrong with that? But, you know, I know a little bit from watching videos around the internet and stuff like that. And I have to say, this was very entertaining. This is just a really good human condition story. The best way to pitch it, it's a really fucked up love story. It's basically this Japanese soldier who experiences Godzilla in his first appearance terrorizing Japan, and his whole life's mission is just to follow Godzilla and do whatever he can to take it down. But you realize he kind of gets a little bit of a sympathy for Godzilla, and he kind of it's this really weird, like, he needs Godzilla to live. It gives his life meaning, and it was really good. Yeah, just not much I can really say about it. $20. I mean, you can't go wrong. Check it out. Next, now this is a comic that the YouTube comic community has been raving about, and I said, well, it's Image Comics, so I can definitely know that it'll probably be quality, and that is Five Ghosts: The Haunting of Fabian Gray, and this is by Frank Barberi. Yeah, Barberi. I always get that fucked up. Sorry. Chris Mooneyham, and this was originally supposed to be a mini series, but it got so popular that they're now doing an ongoing out of it. And I have to say, from reading this first trade, I was very, very pleased that the hype met up with this book, because there were moments literally when I was turning the page and I was like, wow, like I literally said out loud. And the artwork is incredible. Chris Mooneyham is so unique. There is no artist out there who can hold a candle to this guy. And the best thing about it too is you got two colorists on this book. S.M. Vidayuri, sorry, and Lauren Affey, maybe. Sorry if I mispronounce, but yeah. And like the coloring palette, like, which is something that a lot of people don't talk about within reviews, I find, is so good. It's just so weird, and it fits the artwork so well that I'm just like, holy shit. I can't wait till the second trade comes out. I'm definitely going to be buying it, and this is definitely going to be a series that I read and trade from now on. Image Comics, man, they're killing it. Next, we got a little bit of GMO and Quitely in my life. We 3, this is the deluxe edition. Frank Quitely's my favorite artist. Graham Morrison's my favorite writer. And this is the one that this is the one book that they both did that I didn't get around to reading yet. And they've done better things. I really enjoyed it. I know everyone was like, oh my god, I cried my eyes out. And I read it and I was like, sad, but, it didn't affect me as much as something like, say, All-Star Superman, because, I mean, All-Star Superman made me get a tattoo, so there you go. But, We 3 is basically, like, Homeward Bound with mech suits, and, it's pretty good. It's got a lot of interesting panel designs. Honestly, I kind of would have rather if they went with a more straightforward panel layout design, but that's just me. Other than that, it's Graham Morrison and Frank Quitely together. You know what you're gonna get. You're gonna get something awesome, and that's what it was. I enjoyed it. Next, we have another Image book, and that is sex. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't really care for this one that much. I just finished reading it the other day, and, I've seen some people saying good things about it. I know Ghost Critic's been reading it and digging it, and a few other people. I'm not gonna lie, it just didn't really grab me, and the premise grabbed me. Like, kind of the Watchmen-esque trope of deconstructing superheroes and having, showing off this superhero who's really sexually repressed. That really got me interested, and I liked that part of the story. I really liked that part. I loved watching Simon Cook try to adjust. I thought that was brilliant. I thought that was well executed. Then it just turned into a gratuitous let's show as much cock, ass, and pussy ever. And nothing wrong with that, but that's not really what I signed up for on this book. I mean, and the way I kind of look at it, if I'm buying a book for that, I might as well just go to a porn site or something. Honestly, that's the way I look at it. But I thought the artwork was great. Peter Kowalski, he's a pretty good artist. The coloring I really dug, because it took a huge inspiration from Watchmen in a kind of secondary color palette. Who colored this book anyway? Brad Simpson. It was pretty good. I hated the lettering. The lettering was done by Russ Wooten, who does a lot of Image books, and he probably does a lot of Big 2 books as well, and usually his lettering is pretty good, but he tried something different in this, and I'm not going to lie, I found the lettering really distracting and really annoying, but that's just me. But yeah, I'm not going to lie, I don't think I'm going to continue on with it. It was okay for what it was, but, I was expecting something better, and, I don't know, what I got was this, just every fucking issue is just showing you, it's like, oh, look how edgy we are, showing sex, and I'm just sitting there, I'm like, okay, just get to it, I got it, and plus, I hate stories that use rape as trying to be shocking. I don't care for it. I think it's stupid. I think it's gratuitous. I think it's hurtful. So seeing this old guy capture this computer nerd and making a gimp ass fuck him as torture, I was just kind of sitting there reading it like, okay, yeah, you jumped the shark, comic. Good job. It may get better. It may not, but not for me. Next, we have the comic that everyone and their mother is reading, and I wasn't reading for the longest while because of that. Don't judge. And that is Hawkeye. I haven't read Hawkeye until I bought this book, and I have to say it is fantastic. Is it the best thing on the shelves? No, I don't think that. Is it the best superhero comic on the shelves? Maybe, maybe not. But I'll say one thing. It is a damn fun comic. And it's really fun, really witty, really smart. And I just got a lot of fun out of reading it. It was really good. And yeah, I can't wait till the next nice big hardcover collection of this comes out, because I'll definitely be buying that. It's very smart. It's a very smart and intelligently funny comic, and I don't know, like, if you like humor, you definitely like this. Next we have Blacksad. Now this is a Spanish comic by Juan Diaz Canales and Juanjo Guarnido, and this was utterly fantastic. It's a pulp detective story drawn in an anthropomorphic style. And I don't care for anthropomorphic shit. I think it's kind of weird, to be totally honest. Anthropomorphic when, you know, animals have human-like qualities. And they basically draw, like, animals as, like, humans in here. It's the best way to pitch it. It's like an R-rated Disney movie. And it's fucking awesome. It's just so good. It's so well written. It covers so many, like, the first story, he's investigating the death of a woman that he slept with. It stars this giant black panther or black cat. His name is John Blacksad. And the first story, he's looking up this actress who was killed, who was murdered, who he happened to have a fling with. The second story is basically about white supremacy. Like, literally, there's these, like, Arctic animals, and they call themselves, what is it? Like, the Arctic, shit, sorry. Arctic Nation. Arctic Nation. And they're neo-Nazis. They're fucking neo-Nazis. There's, like, an Arctic fox, an Arctic weasel, like a pig, an Arctic, like, and they all got, like, instead of, like, the swastika and the armband, it's, like, a snowflake. And it's, like, and it talks about, like, race crimes and shit, and it's, like, actually very smart and disturbing and very good. So there's that. The third one deals with, like, the Red Scare and, like, the threat of, like, nuclear holocaust, and again, it's intelligently written, and it's so good. And I think what makes this book so good is the fact that it shows the time period, like the 30s, 40s, you know, 40s, 50s era, very well. The art style is done by a former Disney artist. It's just so good. You gotta read Blacksad. It's just fantastic. And I also have its sequel as well, just right here, and that is A Silent Hell. Good shit. Next we have JLA Volume 1 by Grant Morrison. Currently reading right now. Self-explanatory, you know, Grant Morrison writing the JLA. Next we have The Complete Shield by Jim Steranko. I always wanted to read some Steranko stuff, just because his artwork is just phenomenal and incredible and unique. And I just wanted to read more Nick Fury stories because, I don't know, I love spy fiction and I love all that stuff, so. Global Frequency by Warren Ellis and multiple writers, or artists, sorry. And, yeah, I can't wait to read this. It's more or less like, you know, speculative fiction, and each issue is drawn by a different artist. And, it's Warren fucking Ellis. Like, what more do you need? Batman Resurrection of Ra's al Ghul, and you know, another Batman trade. I love Ra's al Ghul. I love the Al Ghul family. I love that whole period of Batman. So, Planetoid by Ken Gehring. This comic started out as a self-published comic on Graphically, and then Eric Stevenson saw it and loved it, and so then they started to publish them through Image, and it was very delayed, as it is done completely done by Ken Gehring does the story, the art, and the lettering. So basically, it's a passion project. The graphic design and the logo is done by a different person. That's about it. So that's very impressive, and I really wanted to read this for the longest while, and they got the trade out, and I picked it up. I've yet to read the last few that I just showed off. I have some other ones here as well. 1 second. Totally forgot about these ones until I just saw them over there on the shelf. Manhattan Projects Volume 3. It's a Manhattan Projects. It's fucking fantastic. Read this series if you're not already. It's so good. The newest edition in the Parker series by Darwin Cook. This is Slayground. Much shorter than the other volumes. I'm pretty sure the novel that this was based off of was a novella. So that would explain its length. But man, it left me just wanting more. It was good, but the length really killed it for me. And the fact that, you know, I have to wait till, like, how much longer till the next one? It usually says, like, 2015. We gotta wait till 2015 for a new Parker story. But it was great nonetheless. I mean, if you love the Parker series like I do, then, you know, you'll really dig it. And so, there's that. And finally, this big tome of a book. Fear Agent Library Edition Volume 1 by Dark Horse. Written by Rick Remender with art by Tony Moore and Jeromo Pena. And, this includes the first 3 trades, Reignition, My War, and The Last Goodbye. I've been reading and really enjoying Black Science as of late, and Remender was like, basically, Black Science is the spiritual successor to Fear Agent, and so I said, well, if that's the case, I definitely gotta check out Fear Agent, and the last while, whenever I pick up a series, I wanna get it complete. Like if they have an omnibus collection or something like that, I'll get that in favor of just the regular trades because it's easier for shelf space and all that stuff, and it makes more sense financially because you just buy it all in one big thing and then boom, you know. So, this nice big library edition, which is thick, like you could bludgeon someone over the head with this fucking thing. They're more or less like absolute editions, although they don't have the slipcase thing and they don't have the ribbon in them. You know, and it's nice and it's oversized, and ooh, that's some good art. Some really good art, actually. Holy shit. But basically what I heard about it was, it's kind of taking like a Frazetta old school, like, sci-fi thing and having this main character who's this big redneck alcoholic and like putting him in this giant, you know, space opera sort of thing. And so I was just like, okay, that sounds awesome. So I got it, and I also pre-ordered the second one as well. I have a couple of more books pre-ordered. I have the complete Multiple Warheads trade, which should be here because it's out already, but Amazon is like, oh no, expected delivery February something. I'm just like, I ordered this on Boxing Day. Makes no sense, but whatever. I pre-ordered Sex Criminals Volume 1 because everyone's been raving about that. I pre-ordered... I'm trying to think what else I pre-ordered. Yeah, Volume 2 of this. And something else, I think, but I can't remember right now. But Anyway. So yeah, those are the books I've been reading. Well, the graphic novels and trades. As for like ongoings that I've been reading, lots of Image. I'm getting more Marvel as well because they're just coming out with amazing books. I find myself dropping more DC books, which is kind of sad considering the fact that I'm more of a DC fanboy than anything. But hey, the quality, I'm not too blind to know where the quality goes, but that's just me. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. As for life, what's going on right now? I'm in a movie, or I'm going to be in a movie. We're filming. We just started filming it last Sunday, and I play a Hungarian terrorist. So yeah, I don't know where you'll be able to see that when it's all completed, but it'll be somewhere. It's for a university course that I'm in. Other than that, I'm also writing a kids comic, and I do have an artist attached. I'll talk about that more when I have more to tell you. We're looking to put it on for free for everyone to read, but in due time. In due time. So that's that. Hope you all have a great February. I hope you're not lonely as fuck like I am, and hope your January was great, and hope your 2014 is great. So thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, everyone.